Welcome to Japan English News, Quick Scan. Today's headlines. Japan looks to expand COVID quasi-emergency to Tokyo, 10 other prefectures. Japan is considering placing 11 prefectures, including Tokyo and its vicinity, under a COVID-19 quasi-state of emergency to curb rapidly spreading coronavirus cases, government sources said Monday. Any declaration of a quasi-emergency hinges on requests made by these prefectures, but the Japanese government is preparing to make a decision as early as Wednesday, the sources said, as the highly transmissible Omicron strain continues to spread. Ministry: 202 died at home in fifth wave of infections. At least 202 people died of COVID-19 at their homes during the fifth wave of infections in August and September last year, the Health Ministry said, and a number of the deaths were preventable. The Ministry of Health, Labor and Welfare had instructed prefectures to collect fifth-wave infection data from municipalities in December last year. The ministry announced the results at a January 13 meeting of its experts panel on the COVID-19 pandemic. Kishida vows to lay out roadmap for new capitalism in the spring. Prime Minister Fumio Kishida kicked off a new parliamentary session on Monday with a policy speech, in which he promised to come up with a roadmap in the spring for his long-term goal of moving the nation to a new form of capitalism that fairer distribution of wealth. In the policy speech, his third in the almost 4 months since he became prime minister, much of it was devoted to Japan's COVID-19 response, but overall it did not have new policies. Mizuho submits business improvement plan. Mizuho Financial Group has submitted a business improvement plan to Japan's financial regulator, aiming to prevent a recurrence of its bank unit system failures last year. The plan, handed over to the Financial Services Agency on Monday, includes measures to secure personnel for system development and to improve corporate culture. Mizuho Bank experienced system problems 8 times last year over an 8-month period through September. These included customer bank cards and account passbooks getting stuck inside ATMs. 27th anniversary of Great Hanshin earthquake observed. Events were held on Monday morning to mark the 27th anniversary of the Great Hanshin earthquake in Hyogo Prefecture. The magnitude 7.3 earthquake, which struck at 5:46 a.m. on January 17, 1995, killed 6,434 people in Hyogo Prefecture and neighboring areas. Before dawn Monday, 3,000 bamboo lanterns were lit and arranged in the figures 1.17 and the kanji characters Wasanai, we will never forget, at Higashi Yunchi Park in Chuo Ward, Kobe, to pay tribute to the victims. Kanagawa Prefecture mistakenly sends out emergency tsunami information to cell phones 20 times. East Japan's Kanagawa prefectural government mistakenly sent out emergency tsunami information to cell phones as many as 20 times throughout the early hours of January 16 following an undersea volcano eruption off the southern Pacific nation of Tonga. The urgent information was sent out up to 20 times between 12:15 a.m. and around 7:30 a.m. on January 16, sparking a spate of complaints. The prefectural government announced that afternoon that there had been an error in the information distribution system. Lunar New Year travel in full swing in China. People across China have started returning to their hometowns ahead of the Lunar New Year holidays. Meanwhile, Beijing city authorities are on a high alert for the Omicron variant of the new coronavirus. They are calling on residents to refrain from traveling to regions where cases have been confirmed. Guangzhou railway station in the southern province of Guangdong is bustling with travelers. Some passengers carrying lots of luggage arrived at the station more than 6 hours before departure. Golf: Hideki Matsuyama wins playoff to clinch 8th PGA title at Sony Open. Japanese golfer Hideki Matsuyama has clinched his 8th PGA victory, beating his own record for the most tour wins by a Japanese male player. Matsuyama started the day in second place at 16 under par. He birdied the 18th hole, and finished tied with Russell Henley of the United States at 23 under. On the par 5 first hole of a playoff, Matsuyama sank an eagle putt after a superb second shot and won the tournament. Famed baseball manga artist Shinji Mizushima dies at 82. Shinji Mizushima, a famed baseball-themed manga artist known for such works as Dokkaeban and Abusen, died of pneumonia on January 10, his management office said Monday. He was 82. A native of the city of Niigata on the Sea of Japan coast, Mizushima debuted as a cartoonist in 1958 when he was 18. He gained popularity after he published a baseball series in 1970. Thank you for listening. See you tomorrow.